John, and
Ricky.
you've already been introduced
Yes.
to. Yes, how can I help you, sir? What
John.
would you like to know? No, I do not live here. I'm on a tourist visa. That's the first load of nonsense dispensed
Well,
with.
funnily enough, I was going to ask you that. Public Image Limited, have you probably had like more lineups in Iranian firing squad over the year? Have you actually got a settled lineup
well,
now?
it's called variety, and that is the spice of life. But the idea still pertains. It is the umbrella theory. Work with as many people as you can and achieve the better results. Currently, for the last 2 years, of course, PIL has been a completely solid band. There's me, John McGee, Callan Diaz, and that's good enough for us. Good things comes in threes, we have learnt.
Like what?
Like anything I release, you dumb bastard.
Would you actually think of applying for American citizenship? Because you do like it.
No, I'd never get it. I've got a record as long as my arms. Which are a lot shorter than my pockets.
Well, we shan't go into that. Because, again, you know, you were always quite outspoken
You don't mind if I drink, do
no,
you?
at all.
The one beer you gave me.
So now, it's a very low-budget show.
It certainly is. I'm underwhelmed.
And that's why we're in California. I mean, you were always, you know, getting a lot of flack in England for criticising the royal family and everything. That caused you a lot of problems over there.
Am I? Is that stuff still going on?
Well, you're the only
Just
one who ever
because
said it.
Well, yes, but that's what most people actually believe. Why should we be paying these ridiculous taxes to keep that monstrosity in order? I don't like it. You know, I find it tough enough to keep my own family financed.
Well, why do you think the press always build the royal family up as if everybody in England loves them?
I couldn't care less. It's nothing to do with me anymore. I just don't care. I've wiped my hands of the whole thing. If you want your royalty, fine. But I reckon they'd be much better placed right here in Universal.
Well,
as a business venture, it would be wise. Or at least flog them off to Disney.
I believe you actually...
Look, the Yanks love it. They're all yours. The Queen, Bonnie Charlie, Fergie, the little brats, the lots. You can have them, courtesy of moi.
You actually had a photo taken here, didn't you, at the Universal Studios, you were telling me?
Yeah.
And you told everyone it was your house. What was that?
No, I told no one it was my house, but that's the way the article read. It said that was where I live. Well, that's fine, yes. I live in front of a prop in Universal Studios. What's better place for bad rubbish, huh?
Have you got a few bob in the bank now?
No, I don't. I'm quite piss poor.
But I mean, Public Image...
You bastards don't buy enough records to make me wealthy.
So
Let's get factual, you know? This ain't no multi-millionaire here.
But I mean, you're world famous, aren't you? Well,
I might have a big name and a big frame, but there's piss all in the bank.
Have you actually paid your... Do you pay taxes in England or over here now?
England. I'm here on a tourist visa. I thought I explained this to you. You are very tedious.
I know. Well, you know what I'm like. In one ear, out of my mouth. Well, it's funny you should say tedious. It's a big
typical Manchester gobshite. Go on.
I was a big fan of yours, to be honest with you.
Was.
I probably paid for part of that one time or another.
I doubt that, don't you? Tuppence you put in my account really doesn't amount to very much.
Right, well, you're going to stick around with us, I hope.
Ugh, like shit to fly.
Now, where we are is one of the biggest tourist attractions in the world, and in fact, Universal apparently make more money from tourists than from movies nowadays, and working here can be a really big deal. Amanda joined some trainee tour guides hoping to break into Hollywood on their first trip around the lot to see why. There you go, anarchy out of a bottle of air gel, that, nowadays. Are you into The Simpsons, then?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Oh, no, that's... Oh, yeah, let's that camera can't see it there. Little Bart Simpson on your thing. Have you actually done the tour here at Universal?
I stayed on after my last tour here because I fancied a good holiday, because I really like LA because it's a real hoot, but everywhere I go it's like, it's Bart!
Great to be recognised.
So, you know, for $3 I bought the Bart accessory.
Does he remind you of you when you were a kid?
No. Well, in a way, yeah. I'm sure they must have based something of it on the little bastard called Rotten.
And have you done the rounds here
Oh, is it at Universal? Oh, I've been here many times. Yeah, it's a playground.
Did you get in for
Don't
free,
comment.
though?
You movie stars, you know, you make me sick. You're so spoilt.
She bought a knitting with her anyway, didn't she? Anyway, now from the stable that bought you Tone Loc. This is one of LA's most credible rappers,
Be nice.
featuring his own dancers, the Soul Brothers. This is Def Jeff and Black to the Future.
22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up. Assalamu alaikum, black.
Def Jeff, Black to the Future. You actually did a rap where you were the first person to actually collaborate with a black American rapper, weren't you, when you collaborated with Africa Bambaataa? From our side of the Great Water.
No, well, I work with Bambaataa, yeah. I mean, I like him a lot. All credit where credit's due, Bambaataa really was, to my mind, one of the first people to mix rock with soul, with anything else, and just put it all together and just dance to it.
Can you dance to that stuff, Ricky? I've seen you doing the mashed potato and that.
Yeah.
I'd like to think you could too.
I can. Maybe I'll show you later.
Well, now we'll go over
That'll
to
be entertaining.
we'll go over to our Amanda now, who's spread herself about a bit on the Universal lot. Whereabouts are you?
Well, I don't spread myself about as much as you do, Terry. And let Ricky Lake know that I'm the first one in the queue to have a love child with Chris Isaac. Anyway, now all stuntmen definitely live life on the edge, and especially Tony.
Yeah, to have that burning sensation after being with you, is he, Amanda? Anyway,
about
still,
that, don't you?
still to come on the show tonight,
Almost
we've
got a shy cowboy in the scene.
live music from country star Dwight Yoakam, who you might have just seen talking to Johnny there, who's the man who's, I suppose, more responsible than anyone for the revival of interest in country music over in Britain. And we've got more stunts, plus we talk about the movie Bonfire of the Vanities. See you then.
God, why don't you talk about... I reckon between
And
us, we'd
welcome
write
back to the
killer.
Word, coming live to you from the Universal Studios here in Hollywood. We've become a bit of a tourist attraction ourselves now. I think that's you though, isn't it, John?
Is it?
Mr. John Lydon, tourist attraction, and you've got your Christmas box
Well, I'm
up.
pretty damn universal. If that's
Plug
what
your
you mean.
greatest hits album.
Oh yes, the greatest hit so far. Buy it. I need the money. I'm a pauper.
Yeah, are you,
And
are you
P.S. Get this, right? Well, the whole reason I was invited here actually was to promote Rise, the remix as a single. Lo and behold, I found out yesterday morning that Virgin have refused to release it because they say they don't have the budget. Is this the record company I need to be on? No.
And on that note, we're going to get you to do a bit of work now, because we're going to have a look at some of the new films and videos that are released over in England, and one that will only be coming out in the States and won't be out in England until March.
Dances with Wolves yet?
And we're going to kick off with this particular film, Bonfire of the Vanities, your favourite. It was a famous book. It's
a
just
nice title.
as a movie, it's just come out in the States this week. Let's have a look at a clip of it.
Never burned my vanities.
In the 80s, making money and living well was all that mattered. And no one did it better than Sherman McCoy.
Let's not lose our composure over a few $100 million.
No one could resist him. Not his mistress,
This could be the best sex we've had in a long time.
not even his dog.
It's raining and he's not happy about it, Mr. McCoy.
And suddenly, I was the guy who had everything. I turned that spark into a flame.
Hello, Peter! I think there's a hell of a story.
He ain't no beefcake.
I think I've had a drink of that myself. That's based on the Tom Wolfe book.
Yeah,
Bonfire
very
of the Vanities.
uninteresting and a really duff rendition. The book was kind of all right, but the film, it's sad sack ole.
Have you actually seen it?
No, I haven't seen the film.
Have you read the book, though?
But now you're going to
No.
just rush out, right?
Well, I think I
Yeah,
have to
your
do
review.
resist.
I'll have to go see it
after
for
that 20
myself.
after that 20 seconds, I think you've got to. Now this is a TV show we're going to have a look at now, which is America's biggest success of the year in terms of television. It's a show where ordinary people do their party tricks, and it's called America's Funniest People.
Oh, it's sucked already.
And now the latest fitness craze sweeping the nation. Facial aerobics. Americans are getting in shape facially.
But not mentally, as you will see.
maybe they should all take a bit more water with it. Is that one of your favourite shows over there?
No, I don't think so, somehow. It's kind of normal for American TV, though. You know, you get lots of that kind of stuff. I wouldn't have picked that show out. Actually, what I would have done would I just run all the adverts in series, and then you'd really have a laugh.
What about you? You've been watching.
I'm afraid to comment.
Oil and vinegar?
Whatever he said, I'm with him.
Well, now, Asher, we've got an advert next, because as you know, over in the States, they aren't very much into
Italian
ads.
seasoning douche, that's my fave.
Especially adverts with a message for a good cause. This is one that'll interest you, this advert, John.
You hope.
Oh, definitely.
Hi, my name's Steve Jones. I used to play guitar with a band called the Sex Pistols. A good friend of mine, Sid Vicious, died from drugs. I nearly died from drugs. Drugs suck.
Warning us about the dangers of drugs.
Well, looking at his face, you can well believe it. Sorry, Steve, had to get that one in.
Have you been asked to do any adverts?
That man looks ravished, doesn't he? God.
How do you feel about pop stars, you know, warning kids about drugs?
Oh, is that what Steve is?
Yeah.
Oh, how novel.
I personally don't like to preach to people, so I try to get involved in other causes like AIDS and animal activists. I'm a big animal activist. Don't say
drugs
anything.
are for tosspots anyway. Everybody knows that. Anyone with any sense. And the people that mess about with them are just good riddance to bad rubbish. Let them die slowly and painfully. They deserve
Nice.
it. Is there a certain amount of hypocrisy though in it when you see a pop star, you know, who's like got a lot of money and the disposable, the disposable income to actually.
The old pop star styly types. Yeah.
Well,
but,
I mean, they can actually afford to
look,
buy
this is
drugs.
clean-cut Johnny here. A beer is about as good as it gets with me. And no doubt they'll ban that next year, so I'm doomed then, aren't I?
Well, I hope your greatest hits album isn't doomed.
Don't do drugs, yes, but adverts like that I don't think work at all. It looks like a joke, doesn't it? I mean, you need to be on drugs just to watch it. It's so painful.
Now, are you going to spend Christmas here in LA?
Yes, I am. I'm saving on the Christmas presents, see? They got lost in the post. Oops. Well, I've blown that one.
Well, would you be sending Malcolm McLaren a Christmas card?
Yeah, a pair of concrete slippers.
Well, I mean, are you actually fallen out with him completely now? Because you got a few bob off.
When did we ever fall in? It's him who had the few bob off us, not the other way round.
Have you ever bumped into him?
I just offer my professional services to the world. This man offers his professional vices. There's a big difference. I'm not corrupt, he is. But somehow he's popular and I'm not. Maybe there's no money in honesty, but that's the way it is with me.
Have you actually bumped into him?
Wonderful me. I who only had eyes for me, can't take my eyes off of me.
Have you bumped into him while you've been out here in LA?
No.
Do you not get invited to all the posh parties in Bel Air and places like that?
No, we're not part of that.
Why not?
This is pill stuff. This is the real life.
Charming. Oh, that's a disgrace, really, even at this time of the night. And we are live here in California, folks. I think we're going to take.
I can offer you.
Going to take a break in a minute, are we?
What are we going to break? Probably your career, if we're lucky.
No, we're going to get a bit more information on some of your mates, actually. The stars here in Hollywood, as we go on another mission.
They're no mates of mine, believe me.
The following information on star-sensitive stories is for operational use only. This is Cop Rock.
He's guilty, Judge, he's guilty. You could see it in his eyes. He did the crime and now he's got...
Gary Crowley. Billy Bragg. Big news. Introducing Magnum, the new extra-large condoms which have just gone on sale in America. They're bound to be a bestseller. Will any man now have the courage to ask for a little something for the weekend? Last week saw the LA Gala opening of Edward Scissorhands. It stars teenage heartthrob Johnny Depp.
He's a highly imaginative character.
It's said to be the big American movie for Christmas, and it opens in the UK in the new year. Multi-talented entertainer Roseanne Barr continues to expand her singing career. This is her new record, I Enjoy Being a Girl, which was released this week in America. Any takers at 1,000 to 1 for the Christmas #1 slot? This tape will now self-destruct.
Drugs. Roseanne Barr. We have her on every week. Apparently, our lawyers have been on, you know.
Have they?
Yeah, normally they'd be suing my brain for lack of support, but this week they've actually said that you can't accuse Malcolm McLaren of being corrupt because he's not here to defend himself.
Well, I've done it, haven't I? So what?
Well, it's a disgrace, really.
Is it? Sod off. I'm basing this on truth and rights. I fought a court case against the very same thing. I won the court case. I will not have your crummy lawyers dictate terms to me.
Okay, well,
I win against these people.
Moving on swiftly.
Truth and rights.
The middle name of this show. Over to Amanda. Amanda.
Yeah, hi, Terry. Well, you know, I feel very, very proud to be able to present this double platinum.
Oh, there you go. That's very festive, isn't it? A carpenter at Christmas. Were you a Carpenter's fan yourself?
Yeah, I was. Before she killed herself with anorexia, or whatever else it was.
And Ricky, what kind of music do you listen to now?
Actually, I do like the Carpenters. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down.
Okay, well, we're going to have some music, which I know that you both like now. A man who's left the Rhinestone Cowboys and Bleeding Hearts 2,000 miles back in Tennessee to find his soul in real country here in Los Angeles. Performing live on The Word, this is Dwight Yoakam, and a track from his album, It Takes a Lot to Rock You, Baby. Dwight Yoakam, Takes a Lot to Rock You, Baby. You're a big fan of Dwight Yoakam.
Yes, I am. That's roots. Tough stuff. Thanks, Dwight. Thank you.
So, when did you get into country music?
Well, God, I'm Irish, and it was always there. Any kind of folk music, period. I mean, that's what my band are. Won't be electronic, and you might think we're a big noise, but we're cunts trying.
Oh, right, charming. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Lydon, and thanks a lot for coming in, Ricky.
Thank you for having me.
What are you doing over Christmas?
I'm going home to see my family in New York.
Well, I'll come round to your house for tea then. Anyway, next week on the show we talk to Paul Hogan and Banana Armour in the studio with the Stranglers for the all-singing Dancing Trouser Word Christmas rip-off show.
Is that all we get?
Oh, yeah. Thanks to our colonial cousins.
Sack word.
I know if we'd have stuck it out a bit more in the 1812 war, we could have still been here now. And where are you, Amanda?
Well, next week I'm going to be in London with Jackie Stallone reading horoscopes. Very interesting. So, well, it's good night from me, I guess. A big kiss to everybody. And we'll leave you with what we've been told to call the Miami Vice Stunt Spectacular. See you next week. Bye.